Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, April 7th. A soaking rain event is already underway in the D.C. metropolitan region. The rain will reach the Philadelphia region over the next hour or two into New York City during the afternoon hours. It'll continue up and down the I-95 corridor right through much of the evening hours, and there can be a thunderstorm or two mixed into the picture late in the day and overnight tonight from D.C. all the way up to New York City. All of this as a result of strong low pressure that's pulling out of the Gulf of Mexico. It'll move across the Ohio Valley to the north and west of the I-95 corridor. However, a lot of moisture is riding up on the eastern side of this low pressure system. Well, let's take a look at the current radar loop. A solid wall of water extends from southeastern Pennsylvania all the way across D.C. and all the way back down into the southeastern part of the U.S. You notice some of these reds showing up now on radar. There are some strong thunderstorms down in the southeastern part of the country. There can be some severe activity later on today down in the southeastern part of the country. And some of this thunderstorm activity could very well ride up the I-95 corridor, reaching D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City late in the day or overnight tonight. And all of this finally pushes off the East Coast early tomorrow. It'll become milder tomorrow afternoon, and there will be some sunshine. Then a colder day moves in on Sunday along with stiff northwest winds. But after that, it looks like the second half of the week, and perhaps even right through the upcoming weekend, milder conditions will return to the Mid-Atlantic region after a very wet beginning to the week. Well, here's a look at the current U.S. surface map. Low pressure in the eastern part of Arkansas, northwestern part of Mississippi will ride to the north and west of the I-95 corridor on a track like this, but lots of moisture flowing out of the Gulf of Mexico up the I-95 corridor. And behind this warm front, there's some very warm and humid air, some strong thunderstorm activity. And again, some of those thunderstorms could push north and east up along the I-95 corridor, anywhere from D.C. to New York City late in the day and again tonight. Some of the rain this afternoon and this evening will fall heavily at times, and certainly there can be some heavy rainfall in an area that does receive a late day thunderstorm or an evening thunderstorm in the I-95 corridor. Well, let's walk through this soaking rain event using last night's 0Z NAM model on the North American Mesoscale model. We'll look at 6-hour increments beginning with early today, early this afternoon, I should say, continuing into the early afternoon hours on Tuesday. By this afternoon, that low pressure will already have moved rather rapidly from the northwestern part of Mississippi to the central part of the Ohio Valley to the north and west of the I-95 corridor. Notice this warmer air has already extended well up into the southern part of Virginia. Right now, there are a low-level flow of air off the ocean, keeping temperatures quite chilly, in the 30s in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. There is a possibility of a spike in temperatures late in the day and early tonight as warmer air moves to the north and east. And if that happens, indeed, that'll increase the chances for some thunderstorm activity, especially south and east of the Mason-Dixon line late in the day or early tonight. Rainfall moves into the Philadelphia region shortly, into the New York City region this afternoon. The Phillies made a good call in postponing today's expected opener this afternoon to tomorrow afternoon. The Yankees open up this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Rain certainly is a threat for that home opener up in New York City later on today. Here's a forecast map for this evening, 6 hours later, and notice a band of heavy precipitation right over the Mid-Atlantic I-95 corridor from D.C. to New York City. The NAM model is actually a little bit more bullish in terms of total rainfall compared to the GFS model. Kind of interesting to see exactly what happens. Certainly a look at the radar as we did up front shows quite a bit of moisture all the way down into the southeastern part of the country. Looks like a soaking rain event is certainly in the cards for the Mid-Atlantic region. Low pressure at this time, pretty strong, pretty healthy looking to the north and west of the I-95 corridor, moving towards the eastern Great Lakes, well to the north and west of D.C., Philly, and New York City. Here's a forecast map for late tonight, about 2 o'clock in the morning. With that storm track well to the north and west of the I-95 corridor, again, there can be a spike in temperatures. Notice this push of warm air right along the I-95 corridor. There could be a spike in temperatures late in the day or overnight. In fact, temperatures very well could hold steady or rise somewhat from D.C. to New York City overnight tonight, as that warmer air can make an advance this far north and east, given the storm track well to the north and west. And again, with that spike in temperatures could come an increasing chance for thunderstorms from D.C. to New York City late in the day or early tonight. Here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning. By this time, the frontal system makes its way to the East Coast. Most of the rainfall will be out of here by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow will certainly be an improving day with increasing amounts of sunshine. It will be quite breezy, but noticeably milder than today. Again, that's discounting the fact that some areas could spike in temperatures late in the day or early tonight. But for the most part, the next several hours will be quite chilly here in the Mid-Atlantic region with that ocean flow of air. But again, milder air tomorrow afternoon, as temperatures could jump up into the 60s throughout the I-95 corridor. It does turn colder on Wednesday. Let's now jump ahead another 6 hours. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow afternoon. In the clear here as far as precipitation goes. Again, the Phillies pushed off their home opener to 4 p.m. tomorrow. Should be fine weather, maybe breezy and certainly milder than what will be experienced for much of today. Notice here, though, a northerly flow of air on the backside of this low pressure area. And by Wednesday, it'll certainly turn cooler here in the Mid-Atlantic region with a stiff northwest wind. But the good news is, beyond that, milder air does return to the Mid-Atlantic region. And from this vantage point, the weekend could turn out to be quite nice here along the I-95 corridor with quite mild and dry conditions. That's still several days away, but a soaking rain event for the Mid-Atlantic region for today and tonight. And there can be a couple of thunderstorms mixing into the picture late in the day and again tonight from D.C. to New York City. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.